Okay, I'm now at the market basket at John Fitch Highway, and again, you can see where it's going. The dairy aisle seems to be the strongest aisle. They're pretty full. Some of the butter's going, but the display is good. One of the things I've noticed about this place is that the associates who are on duty, they've been having them clean a lot. And the place is getting cleaner and cleaner. Wow. So if nothing else comes from all of this, these places are going to shine by the time everybody's done, because they're doing some serious cleaning up around here. A little bit of more emptiness here in that aisle, but the fresh breads are still stocked, which I'm a little bit surprised. You can see some items there. The pickles are gone out of that aisle. And there's the sauce aisle. The sauce, real deficit in sauces, spaghetti sauce and pizza and barbecue stuff. That's a bit of a surprise. You wouldn't expect that. And again, the Hershey syrup and the Ovaltine, but the other stuff is going down a bit. Yeah, but people are still doing their jobs here. I mean, nobody's my job. Yeah, no, but the aisles again, there's a lot of big gaps in the aisles. There's the cat litter is down over here. But take a look at the cereal aisle. Look at this cereal aisle. We're going to show you this aisle. This aisle is that is a pretty empty aisle. Now the top shelf is pretty full, and again, nobody seems to be buying product 19, which is the cereal I like. That's fully stocked, but I guess people will finally end up buying it because there's nothing else here.
Syrup is going.
The Great Rains is still pretty strong here too. The ice supply is dropping like a rock.
Oh, you got products more in the back though.
There's the paper over here. Some of the toiletries are a little down. Let's see over here, trash bags. Again, water aisle. Here's some. You can see the gaps in certain items. The waters I normally buy are totally gone. Plastic wraps, Clear Choice, gone. They still have a few Poland Spring bottles, which they were pretty much out of down at the other area. But the water supply, there's a little bit of water down here. They've managed to keep a little bit more. As we start moving down to the meats.
Except for over there.
Over here, the meat and the chicken areas are down quite a bit.
Wow.
Soda aisle, as we said, packed. You wouldn't know anything's going on in the soda aisle. The chips, still packed. Again, those are not supplied. Those are stocked by the companies. But here, this is where the real hit comes in the fresh thing. You got radishes. You got garlic, which doesn't go bad. You've got that stuff there, but most of this stuff is gone. I mean, the one thing you've got in stock in quantity, you've got garlic, you got some ginger and jalapeno peppers. Again, a little bit of apples. There's some fruit. There's bananas waiting to be stocked, and some vegetables under wrap. A little bit more produce than the other place. There is some bok choy, carrots. They're out of the fresh spinach. I'm glad I bought that earlier this week. That's pretty much gone. The bread, bread is well stocked for some strange reason. Bananas, they're really heavily. There's loaded on bananas here. I just don't know where all the bananas are coming from.
Check out the frozen aisle.
But let's take a look at the frozen area. The flowers are pretty much gone. Okay, we're going to take a look at the frozen food sections over here.
A lot of the ready-to-make stuff, they're usually stacked a little.
Yeah, these are all stacked much higher than this normally. And you can see a couple of the gaps in the cases.
Well,
not a lot. The fish are going. Some of the vegetables, now with the fresh vegetables gone, you can see that the frozen vegetables are starting to move. Still plenty of frozen pizza though. Still plenty of frozen pizza, although even that is starting to drop down a little bit.
Water Street, there was spread there, so a little deficit in baseball.
But here's what you see. So, and of course the place is pretty sparkling. Like I say, they have not been idle. And I also talked to a manager that normally I would be buying that A&W root beer or Tide 7-Up at 99 cents, because that's a good price. But in deference to the workers here, we're going to hold off on buying that. People aren't buying the market basket bags at the moment. One interesting thing to note, you might think that people are a little less on the ball here because of this, but they spotted someone trying to steal and basically alerting other people about it. If you think anyone thinks they're going to come in here and the people are going to just let you walk off with stuff, it ain't going to happen. But that's what's going on in here. And so it's Pete the Tech Guy from Market Basket, John Fitch Highway.